There's a massive update about our chairman Wontumi Galamsey case in him against the state. Update in here, Simon the Bebro. What is even the backstory? For the first time, meet Wontumi lawyer, the venerable, me pronounce music word man, the venerable, Antwi Boasiako. For the first time, what see Papa Natin say, Osro. As an yam session, me boni audio na man announce wo hu se sa na tie na sa na wo hu na. For the first time, Antwi Boasiako bitu se na yam session kakra. Case no yasa join two cases back ya join to November 12 and other one no December 4. What is the massive update? Update ne say of the 5 persons are charged woman no Attorney General aye back. This is she be my friend tell no be shakwachire. Master also be subscriber ma subscriber no click bell notification no with the video be atuma ubehu na watimi ahwe we are you certainly have a comment, so leave the comment in the comment section, but let's keep it decorous. What I mean by decorous is a new obi atem kire wadwen na call baby na we are wako app and the Play Store I want a pan rate platform papa so this number send this kabe fia ubenya rate no ne ye ne beboa wo no pan rate all the major meeting platforms rate na wona abehu no na wo de choose ne beboa no wadi djuma link na me jaw description bar no to bit ma hwewo yenye nim say Wontumi ya charge no about 5 count causing financial loss ka ho environmental issues ka ho ani ade president Mahama share media ewo ana Attorney General beka se na obechi Wontumi Monday bi se wan ma e na obobo niam a Wontumi ayenti a obechi Wontumi no because of context and background she video we.
And I'm happy to announce that in 2002 the police conducted very diligent investigations in respect of Akonta mining, but the docket was hidden until we came to power. In fact, when we came to power and I started the investigation with the Minerals and the Lands and Natural Resources Minister and the Forestry Commission, we were finding it difficult to get information. Subsequently, the police themselves owned up and presented the docket to my office 2 months ago. So as we speak, the charges against Chairman Wontumi, Akonta Mining, and 5 others have been signed as I speak. Currently, we are waiting for him to be read his right to remain silent, etc. You know, before we've asked that he should be brought from, Kumasi. His lawyers asked that he should be brought on Tuesday, but I'm insisting that he should be here on Monday. If he doesn't come on Monday, I'm going to order for his arrest so that he'll be brought to Accra. His rights will be read to him, and then we can start the prosecution.
Yes, and then of course, yeah, your filing case, Wontumi cause our Monday because Attorney General can say more bet no any idea. The last press conference, Attorney General no can say, oh, come na do for there no koye sister 40. So do obenya sister Fabra 40 de unya fa hu so na ko. Wontumi so friend so be so ye plea bargain. And no catch Wontumi say
offers have been made and I have turned all of them down. I have told everybody, please go to the court. If you want a plea deal, I'm filing cases. In the Wontumi case, offers were made to us for a plea deal. I said, no, I'm filing charges. If you want, announce your intention for a plea deal to the judge. That is now my strategy. The NPP took advantage of my saying that I'm open to to having plea deals to say, okay, that I was busy cutting deals in the office. No deal has been cut, and no deal will be cut except under the auspices of the court of competent jurisdiction. That is what I have decided, and that is what we are going to do, going forward.
Yes, for court na akoka because me beka an MPP for some edi matem. So you all waiting for the Attorney General say ne Wontumi be kokko na nunu mre na besa me twena me tie and the appeal kubenti na maya antansa na maya mamo nti e che ya mo fen cheme. That was my reason and yes ma shada say me dey come mo. Joint News published or say AG withdraw charges against Akonta Mining General Manager Edward Ekuokun after he offers to testify for state in Wontumi's Tano Nimire Forest Galamsey trial. Hey, Wontumi company no ye general manager no da no. Our fan won say, oh, Attorney General, case edi o. Wetin gan boa o. Nti ma me meka Wontumi ngum na eja me. And what's here? Answer na mebo and the appeal could be voice na man. Attorney General last press conference say he will use the bigger or you sue thieves, pacho and yamina make betimeti, and you sue criminals. I think thieves or criminals one of the worst. I felt was a bit strong too, yeah. Also, you be one of the bigger thieves or bigger criminals or smaller criminals to get the bigger thieves. Come no information any scheme ni nto mo betimi a kire so say no mo ye no say ne ye na obo yisu sankofo no de aye na minya and I wanted to wait for my sources in court. Come catch the critical analysis YouTube na na kakra ba mi nis kasa me come no kure kire mo ye busua and a statement in a buy from the Supreme Court or say in the Supreme Court of Adjudicature in the High Court of Justice Criminal Division Accra AD 25 2025 and or say the Republic versus Akonta Mining Company Limited first accused, Bernard Antwi Boasiako Chairman Wontumi second accused, Kwame Enchonde wadane wadenwa kawura hunu besi na Kwame Antwi no third accused, Edward Okwokun manager no fourth accused, say ni dinim state ni say wa drop charges nyina against him because wa offer no so be testify against the Chairman Wontumi. Five no eye kodwo wusu bempa asly ono so ya atlight nipa 2 and one company no 2 ayra ana aka 2 Wontumi ne manager no enti manager na aka ono nko ane Wontumi ko 2 na aka no bempa ye hunu Kwame Antwi ye hunu ba ko so ono be yi Wontumi ama. So my kind must say take notice that the Honorable Attorney General has, pursuant to Section 59 of the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 1960, Act 30, withdrawn Edward Okwokun, the fourth accused person, hearing from prosecution in respect of all charges brought against him in this case. All charges. Attorney General say, "What drop it?" Okwokun and funny huni. And me assure say before Attorney General also do that, it means that when you have very solid information, and son obey sir, and no dating the 3rd day of November 2025. So I'm catching rain about me share that amanje because some person me train and their peer could be. Now no pay. Omo call to any be a journalist to say the venerable one their peer could be obi a penasam. If you end this for penasam the worker for the first time. Uti papa ni ya me the na me tisuru me ti hu sana hu ana chibi.
Quick one. Yesterday we saw a court document suggesting that the Attorney General has dropped the charges against the General Manager of Akonta Mining, Edward Okwokun. How does that affect your case? Because he's going to testify as a prosecution witness.
We have just been served with the notice of withdrawal of the fourth accused person.
Yes.
So they have come under the rules of court, so they have every right to do so. We are going to prepare our case when they are ready. It doesn't change our position. We have still pleaded not guilty, and we will come to prosecute the case religiously to the best of our professional expertise. Indeed, I always sound this warning that we should be careful not to attempt to influence decisions of court. Attorney General is also Minister for Justice, and his role as Minister of Justice is even more important than his role as the Attorney General and Government Prosecutor, because the justice of the moment is so important to every one of us as citizens of the country, because our emblem is freedom and justice. So if Attorney General, with all the materials available to him, all the resources available to him, including human personnel, if it is just for him to only rely on a former accused person to prosecute a matter against one of the accused persons or some of the accused persons, and he thinks that justice may not be undermined, that is his decision. I would have thought that his role as Minister of Justice would have persuaded him at all times to be careful that the freedom and the justice of the moment is served also on all the accused persons until they are proven guilty. But the way that the Attorney General appears to be poaching his own accused persons suggests that there is intent to undermine the cause of justice. We will resist your princess rule. Thank you.
Yes. Can clearly see that he was uncomfortable with A ko state witness no. And I'm not a lawyer, but I'm saying strategy na bad. So you just say to have bibi na adwin say me nua ba e no bam to benya information ama no over dropping the charges no. Now benyame me bigger fish na. I don't think it's an entirely bad strategy. But uti and the appeal committee no answer can say the lawyers are very competent enough say on be to charge Wontumi. BBM no on be to try den e de age no. So that is what he's saying, and he's comfortable in his case. Uti any ado say me I can sense fear any adi na no. Me busa information afa na kwa no dia ba. O chana me ya ka ho amama there be. Let me verify. Verify. So he's very comfortable of his case. Though I sense a bit of fear and anything. A Galamsey dia obi a wasa asase so ya hwan e no anamamfo obomabaso for the first time. So my end this story. Una won pese obete. Me ye Galamsey enye blue water. Me catch him say enye yi ala wo yofo no. Mudi matem abem. Intino and that's also not to discourage you. If you want to insult my two for say you can do it. Ni nyina ka family no ho. Munya mo ka won ye twam 35,000 and fire ho sanke ye jai. Intino good. Te me de Attorney General, my principle hasn't changed. Ye benya sika bi wo ma ye nkwaje. Ye we na je wo mu nso a eno nso fair in my view. Nti ekono Wontumi general manager or the company ne ono na ekọ testify against Chairman Wontumi. That is the updater, a free Wontumi case in them eba. And it's quite interesting. And for me, it also tells us say we are say uye bibia ye careful. And ne wona na ekoba no chena obetimi ada na menka se mfa nyonko but owu ye bibi bone a say unua na woni ni ye bibi bone no bibi ba ebi ono ebe looking out for nuni interest, which is not bad. Ebi abekom ono no sabio Wontumi financial resources ebi oni bi nti nipa bia wo ye government official na hu video ya o personal assistant na mo koyi iska bre wo no jai oge bia o mani hu niema bi jai na jai bone na nkasa wudi no ma wani nso ne yewo asem be kam ne part me say NDC be co position no insem we bia betra mamanfo ba bi di matem ba me yes scandal no me breaking it down say na ma breaking PPD nyina ma anope na mo bo mabaso manase de sa na me breaking it down ma enti wo ye bi boni bi ajai ba wani nso wakatua ye hwemu yie pa mu bi ye me nanfofo ye hwemu yie SIC ma media na nse no ye so obekọ onko ye di James so hu oji 840,000 annual salary ituani kunka ehwe ma hospitals money DSTV allowance entertainment allowance ko national service for pay be 10 omo boy ibu o restaurant muti de da mo fencha am on a story ye ni nyina ma mo ti mu ani nso na mo nso amoye Galamsey no munyai ene kwasi prat information bi odeba ma me fenchim okwakra eno na mi kire mu so mo koto tailings na no ma be ho akra
Voni kasa na ka opeso ku ka isi kasa. Why? Ye mo fra bremwa besi na ye ka che se Ghana pa wo ka isi kasa pa na se wan ka kokoa. Se wo nti ase yi. Photocast is the mainstay of the economy. Opening me ha many kasa. And fear me and send within 3 years. Cocoa production in what to say, right? 50%. 50% of cocoa. 50%. Into would you imagine say 50% of cocoa production no and free work. Can see said look at say aside almost say no. What shall I say? Opening.
Because of that, cocoa is in America. As I said, I can buy a sack of cocoa, and they have a fire.
Yes, sir. That's why we have the poison room. I say 50% of cocoa production, and yet 10, and yet 5. 50% of cocoa production.
Who do you have your crying ye?
Me green one.
Sassana say,
Massa, me green one means yes. Yeah, Nukreni, no. Kadna means a walking car, the one crater and American. You see, Galamsey, no, I feel the bedroom crime. Meaning so can.
And Grahaya. I just hear you.
I see. I feel no, tailings, you know, a daughter na, a young so good woman. You put two, one know, almost swab crime.
Leeching, I don't know.
Almost swab crime, think I have no, and I did a poison me, I don't know.
Cardinal.
Wontumi masa.
N'importamo.
N'importamo.
So what boys the year you me y'importamo.
Obani. Nti aba be bi nkra ha o. Nkra ha no ye ntutu fo mu nsai fo. Na mo poison na de fohuru nya gbodu no. Ya de hohoro. Ya hohuru ye hifa de.
Very dangerous.
Ya hohuru ya. Ya di gugu atamu kra na musa kwakogu odo no. Ekugu odo no mu a edupu no mu awie. Apu musu na ye koyi na ma be fie mu abere. Nti edu nkra. Udwi wa wonti ase. Na media e ka me nko a anka Galamsey ya de bia ese ye di ya hodin anyinara akutia. Ya hodin nyinara. Masanya reserve force bia ni ya hodin nyinara. Ekwan biara ye fa so a ebekuatia no edikutia. Esanse ni sunsanso ba ko a enu ye ntan ka ho asem. And he said the role of forest reserves. And between Houston and American tree as carbon sinks. Carbon sinks. We forest reserve in free war. Rainfall pattern. A best all in general. We forest reserve in free war. Massa and from one you chuko you did your home, you know. The quality best say the carbon content and so on. Inti Galamsey no de se antumi anko antia nyi free hwa ye ni da achi biara wo.
Yes. And no make an bid na say akra kwasi prat na eka. Inti munyai muni na ya identify me yentechem. And brother Mahama onsa ka bi ekọ na say call wi am nya ne chese mpanipon video ye say ekofa analyst for ekofa. Galamsey no me say bibia begu waban a Galamsey. Onkrofo na na eye. Oma eneye akufo de ye ka bi nya nokra ni gu na ban no me de de bia me ka papa me ni interest bia wo bibim ebikura na wo opposition na mihia wo we president member function o security no doso me men sabio wo frem ba bi se me ma wo ye papa meba Dr. Mu am afrem me o me koy obi afrem am me ko papa o ma me 10,000 me de awie ma me 20 but me nchiri ma, and that is my focus. And to make the be papa a legacy. Only 70. By all conditions, or be 30 years ahead of you. And council be with say by all conditions. Bible say 7 scores. 7 scores just 70 years. Papa what you say? It is so uja legacy. Akra ya kwesi practice yen starting track wom. To bajen say anya Galamsey wa akra we safe. Ebi nini. Enu na me ka na bi badwen sa meboa kwasi prat nso de atoso ti enye careful du besia e frame Eugene say tutu say de bia me ka me hian Ghana nso hian sa na ahwo mu so ye but wontimi nkwa won subscribe and to subscribe ma na click bell notification the video be etuma be hunu etuma hwe bi but that's it. Bye bye.